With each day, this Amber Heard Johnny Depp fiasco gets crazier. Listen to this 2-minute clip and you tell me if you think an abused woman talks to her husband that way. Tells her husband to suck her you know what.
You told Mr. Depp to suck your dick multiple times, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You tell him to go run to his 15 other houses, right?
That's correct.
Because that's what he would do when you behave like this, isn't it?
Eventually, he would go and stay in one of the other houses.
You call him a sellout, don't you?
I was expressing frustration about his criticism of my career and how many problems that caused within the dynamic of our relationship, yes.
So you call him a sellout and a joke?
I called him horrible, ugly things, as you can hear.
Sellout.
We spoke to each other in a really horrible way.
Pretty sure we just heard you speak to him in a really horrible way. You called him a sellout,
I just
right, Ms. Heard? You called him a sellout, right, Ms. Heard?
I called him a lot of ugly things.
And a joke.
I called him a lot of ugly things.
You called him a joke on that recording. You called him a washed-up piece of shit.
I think we both called each other that on that occasion, yes.
Mr. Depp mentions Aquaman, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
No, Miss Vasquez, I got myself that role by auditioning. That's
Mr.
how that
Depp
works.
says, quote, your jealousy is so tragic.
I heard him say that, yes.
You were the jealous one in this relationship, weren't you, Miss Heard?
I think he was indicating I was jealous of his career.
And now you've twisted it to say it was Mr. Depp that's the jealous one.
Johnny's always been very jealous. When I worked, when I did anything, friends. Yes, he's always been very jealous.
Mr. Heard, I'm going to ask you to take a look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 120E.
Ladies, this woman told her husband to suck her you know what. To suck her you know what? If you are in an abusive relationship, you do not speak to your husband that way. You don't tell him to suck anything. You tiptoe around him. You don't engage him like that. This woman was insulting him, taunting him, gaslighting him, laughing at him. But she was afraid of him? This is the same man that she testified sexually assaulted her. And it was so violent that it caused bleeding. But she didn't take any pictures of that. But she did take pictures of him falling asleep with ice cream. This is the same woman who said he broke her nose. Johnny Depp broke her nose. But there are no pictures of that. For the better part of 3 weeks, the entire testimony was centered around Johnny Depp's cocaine addiction. Every question that was asked led to Johnny and the coke. If you would have asked Amber Heard, Amber, what color is your natural hair? She would have said Johnny and the coke. Amber, what color suit are you wearing? She would have said Johnny and the coke. Everything was about Johnny Depp's cocaine addiction. And when they moved on from that broken record of cocaine addiction, they moved on to Johnny's an alcoholic. I thought, you don't have to convince me of his addiction and alcoholism. Just provide the evidence that he abused you, right? But everything was about the cocaine addiction. And I know I'm wrong for saying this, but I have to be honest. I would have slapped the shit out of Amber Heard if she would have been walking on the back of my heels every day, talking about cocaine addiction, and you have enjoyed the same cocaine with me. We getting high together. We're getting drunk together. And you are riding the skin off of my back about treatment and the monster. I would have slapped you into the next Coachella. I swear to God. There's no way I would have listened to a little addict talk to me about addiction. A little alcoholic talk to me about addiction. And I say that because I have never heard an abused woman romanticize abuse the way this woman has. If there was abuse in this relationship, it was the most romantic abuse I've ever heard of. Every opportunity that she got to describe what happened, she put romance on top of it. This woman talked so much about red wine. I felt like I needed to get a bottle. And I'm on the wagon right now. Okay. It's just ridiculous. She talked about red wine every chance she got. Vintage cocaine jars. Just everything was just so romantic. An abused woman, an authentic abused woman, when you ask her a question, because she doesn't want to be on that stand. She's embarrassed about it. She doesn't want the world to know, what she's been through. An authentic abused woman, when you ask her a question, she's going to answer the question and she's going to end the sentence, right? This woman couldn't stop talking. When she was asked a question, she went on and on and on, romanticizing this abuse. She couldn't help herself. She just couldn't do it. She couldn't just answer the question and end the damn sentence. She had to talk about red wine. That's how I know that 95% of what she was testifying was a bunch of bullshit. Because there was no need to elaborate about a lot of things. If this was such a horrific experience. But again, she couldn't help herself. She just couldn't shut up. Because this woman strikes me as somebody who thinks that she is the sharpest knife in any drawer on any day, anywhere. And she can lie her way out of anything. And said yesterday that the registered nurse was lying. And I can tell you, registered nurses do not fabricate nursing notes. There's no reason to. You just simply document what you see. And again, there's no way that this nurse knows, years, in the future that this is going to be in court. So she has no dog in the fight. She has no reason to lie. But according to Amber, the nurse is lying. The driver, Sterling, is lying. Her attorney, she threw them under the bus. I did not provide any photographs to People magazine. My attorneys did. She even lied on the poor dog. The dog was stung by a bee and has a chronic issue, and as a result, poos in the bed. This woman will lie on anybody. I think there should be some consequences for perjury. Accuse this man of sexual assault. Whatever happened to, we were married, it didn't work out. You don't disparage me and I won't disparage you. That would have been too much like right. Johnny Depp is sitting there looking like a little, what is he now, in his 50s? A little senior citizen snack, a little AARP snack for the white ladies. And this woman is looking like a witch. Bitterness will do that to your face. Jealousy will do it. Resentment will do it. Mixed in with a little cocaine, a little red wine, Look at that face. Lies will do that. She just doubled down on the lies. Can't shame me for having an addiction. When we getting high together, you can't shame me for having an addiction when we enjoy the same drugs. How dare you? I would have slapped the shit out of you. You would have gotten off of my heels. You're not going to terrorize me in my own home every day. Because when you want to do your drugs, I let you do your drugs in peace. But when I want to do my drugs, it's a fight and I got to run to another home. I don't think so. I mean, I have no words for this hypocrite. This is ridiculous that this man had to put up with this in his own home. And if you cared so much about his addiction, why did you bring your friends with y'all when y'all were, going out of the country so he could detox? If my husband had an addiction and we needed to have privacy, why are my friends there? Do you guys know how tough detox is? You are shitty as a goose. You have diarrhea, you're vomiting, you're hurting. Like every cell, every inch of your body is in pain. On top of that diarrhea. And you're telling me that it was an occasion to bring friends? Oh God, I would have slapped the shit out of this woman. I swear to God, I would have slapped the shit out of her and I would apologize after because I know it's wrong, but she would have gotten out of my face. Period. An alcoholic and a drug addict, you do not get to talk to me about addiction and alcoholism until you go to treatment. Then you can talk to me about addiction. But for now, you can get the F up out of my house. Because every time her drug use was brought into question today, it was different. I only did it this time. I only did it that time. Classic addict. Classic addict. And I didn't wake up with violence this morning. I know I said I would have slapped the shit out of her, but I'm sorry. I did not wake up with violence. Talk to you guys soon.